Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No, 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 no.
So I haven't really displayed it on this channel, but I'm a huge Batman fan. He's my second favorite superhero, only being beat by the obvious contender. And knowing this, a good friend of mine suggested that I make a video on Gotham, a show I stopped watching a long time ago. I told him I'd think about it, and after reflecting on my time with the show and seeing how it finally ended, I realized that I had some shit to say about Gotham. Now, to be fair, I only watched one season of Gotham and got about halfway through the second. I completely meant to pick the show back up again, but after hearing about where the show went in a few ways, I fucking lost interest. So let's go over some issues, yeah? My first issue is, why do these shows exist if the characters are going to be so different? The way I see these shows is that the point of these unfathomably long origin stories is that we get to elaborate on characters and arcs that don't get enough time in films or other sorts of media to get completely fleshed out. Thanks to modern television, we get to see Superman's origin and Batman's origin happen day by day, because this is exactly what comic book fans have been asking for, of course, ever since day one, definitely. But when you start to change so much about the characters that they feel completely different from the source material that they're derived from, what's the fucking point? This kind of goes by a case-by-case basis, like Alfred being an ex-military soldier, that's fine, I don't really care. Selena growing up with Bruce and being childhood sweethearts, that's cute, that's fine. I don't give a shit. But if Mr. Freeze isn't Mr. Freeze, then why the fuck is he in the show? Why should I care about an inferior hour-long drama instead of Batman the Animated Series, a 24-minute long show that completely revolutionized his character? If you can't get the fundamentals of certain characters right, then there's no fucking reason to be doing an origin show. Issue 2. It's just Smallville. I fucking knew from the first episode that this would just be Smallville for Batman. A ridiculously long origin show that, in the end, would show our costumed hero for the first and last time. I personally would have preferred for half of this show to be about Batman's origin, and the rest about him actually being Batman. Not just young Bruce being a half-assed vigilante till he becomes Batman in the last episode. Now, some of you are going to complain and yell, "Justice! You just want to see Batman on TV!" And you're not wrong. 1. Do you know how long it's been since we've had a live-action Batman television show? That's how long it's been. I shit you not. 2. It'd be something different instead of the exact same thing as Smallville. But the thing about Smallville is that Superman had live-action TV shows before, and live-action appearances after that. So Smallville stood out from the rest of Superman's shows because it focused primarily on his origin. I guess I could argue my problem with this formula of superhero origin story TV as this. A Joker movie completely devoid of Batman and other characters sounds like a hard sell for me, regardless of my love for Batman. And that's one movie. But Gotham tried to sell a 100-episode drama show about Batman where they legally can't use some of his core supporting characters. Oh, I didn't cover that yet? My bad. Issue number 3. Dumb legal shit. Yeah, have you ever wondered why Cameron Monaghan never has bright green hair and is never called the Joker? And the same thing with a few other characters? Well, it's because they can't legally use that character. Yeah, DC apparently doesn't want to use certain characters in TV so people don't get confused or something. Which makes no fucking sense, but whatever. Quinn Carrillo made a great video that explained this really well, but basically what she said is that DC gets fucked over because that character is still used, and Gotham gets fucked over because they don't get free reign. It is a lose-lose situation that still makes no fucking sense to me, but let's move on. Issue 4, the dramatic soap opera-esque writing and how much it fucks up certain things. Shows like Gotham and The Flash get caught in this odd spot after they've been airing for a while. Specifically, The Flash. They try to balance this healthy medium between adapting the comics and fitting it into a TV drama format, which usually works initially really well. But as the show goes on, they begin to play it too safe. I completed 3 seasons of The Flash and then completely dropped that show altogether because every season is the exact same formula. And while I don't have that exact formulaic issue with Gotham, it still plays it way too fucking safe. Instead of Gotham doing something interesting by keeping the Joker dead and letting some other villain who primarily doesn't get the spotlight permanently take his place, they just bring him back to life. Then when he dies again, they just turn his twin brother, who was just been revealed not too long before, they just turn him into the Joker. Wait, what the fuck? You see, that's the shit I'm talking about. Random plot points that feel completely tacked on just to interest new people and people who already lost interest in the show. It feels like a huge missed opportunity. Do you know how fucking sad I get when I realize how great these actors are for these roles, but the writing just screws them over time and time again? Not to even mention, this isn't the only time twins or clones are used in Gotham. Look, I honestly don't know what you're going for anymore, but I just need you to get your shit together. And look, I get it. Adapting Batman's origin along with origin stories for the rest of his supporting cast is difficult, especially when it has to be stretched out to fit 5 seasons. But then I ask, why are you doing this? Issue 5, who the fuck is this for? Now that's obviously a rhetorical question. These shows are good for interesting non-comic book readers or fans who just weren't initially interested in the main character. That happened with me in The Flash, and it happened with a close friend of mine in Gotham, and for that, I'm glad. I'm glad that people get introduced into something new through these shows. But after revisiting these shows, you realize that both from a TV standpoint and from a comic book standpoint, they don't really do their respective characters justice. Look, it's fucking late, I'm tired of yelling, so I'm just gonna finish this video really quickly. Despite everything I have hurled towards Gotham, I do not hate it. I wouldn't have gotten so far into the show if I did. I just have some issues with it, both as a television watcher and as a Batman fan. So I hope this video explains what I didn't like about the show so far, and who knows, if there's a demand for it, I could make a sequel video where I elaborate more about my thoughts about specific plot points in the show. But for now, I'm just going to watch Gotham at a leisurely pace, not rush it at all. Just take it in as slowly as possible. Fuck my life!